So today I'm going to be talking about synergy. Synergy is a term used to describe continuity in a marketing campaign for a product in order to maximise the profits and attract as large an audience as possible. It's a technique often seen in films where they have a promotion package, so that's the trailer, posters and other items. This helps to create a brand image. In this video I'll be going for an example of a synergistic marketing campaign in The Cabin in the Woods 2012. This is an official poster for The Cabin in the Woods, a horror film released in 2012. The main image shows a wooden cabin, and the sides have been twisted and turned so that they are separated into segments at strange angles. Because the events of the film revolve around this cabin, it's fitting that it should show this as its main image, but it has become a symbol for the film. There are also trees in the background, again to signify the location. Additionally, the poster's tagline is a recurring element across all media platforms. It is, "You think you know the story." This line is short, memorable, and appeals to the audience through direct address, immediately pulling them in an assertive way to make them question what the film's plot could be. Moreover, the branches and twigs in the bottom left and right corners almost give an appearance of cracks, which could possibly be symbolism regarding the protagonists and what they may face. For example, the cracks could represent a loss of sanity or questioning reality, because not everything is what it seems. The style of the first official poster is repeated in many more. For example, in this secondary poster, and in this T-side poster. It is clear that the film makes use of recurring iconography to create a brand identity. Both of these posters use the same image with the exception of the extra images of the protagonists. They even include the same tagline, which is clearly a further effort to make them more recognisable and to reach as many members of their target audience as possible. The trailer is significantly different in that it can make use of many more features. Obviously sound and video are big benefits, because it allows them to show more of a plot and it can bring the characters to life. It is often the trailer that is the defining factor for an audience when they are introduced to a new film and when they are deciding if they want to pay to see it in cinema. So now let's take a look at some of the recurring imagery from the trailer. This first element that I noticed was not necessarily recurring in other media, but I recognised some connotations that the style of the logo conveyed. It's not uncommon for studios to do a special graphic for their logo, according to the theme of the film, but the colour red and the way the letters appear to be lit in a crimson glow give imagery of bloodshed and violence, and considering we know that this is a horror film, this is a reasonable assumption. But the connotations would be different if we knew that it was a rom-com, for example, as in that case it would indicate passion and romance. The first shot we see of the cabin itself is from ground level, immediately placing us as an audience in a vulnerable position. It suggests the cabin holds a powerful force and creates an ominous mood. As the trailer progresses and we are drawn deeper into the plot, it becomes clear that this isn't the typical narrative of cabin fever or a murderous creature preying on the protagonists. It has a more surreal theme, and we see that the cabin definitely isn't what we may first assume. This supports the image the posters all feature of an unusually shaped cabin communicating a deeper theme. The next hint at something more than the typical horror narrative occurring is the shot of an eagle flying into some sort of barrier and then bursting into flames. The barrier is composed of hexagonal shapes with a blue glow, suggesting a slightly sci-fi theme. This shot is left ambiguous and the posters don't make any reference, explicit or implicit, to this concept. It may be that the posters serve to draw an audience, at least initially, who are interested in the horror genre through being more enigmatic, while the trailers will satisfy a wider audience who want a more unconventional film. Finally, another recurring element I found was a tagline, this time in the form of on-screen text. It remains the same, but this time is split into two parts between clips in the trailer, with the second part being "think again." Using the pronoun of you acts as direct address and engages the audience by making them want to ask questions, while the phrase itself is quite enigmatic, which helps to pull the viewer in. I also noticed that the hexagon pattern of the barrier is included in these on-screen text graphics, but not on the poster, which is possibly just due to either the design they wanted on the poster, or they may have wanted to be cryptic. To investigate what advertisements they may have featured online, I looked at their official Facebook page. In this post from August 2012, they posted a seemingly exclusive video where the two writers of the film discussed the jokes in the film. Although the topic of the video is informal and doesn't contain any of the recurring images we've seen so far, it still acts as a way of engaging with the audience and it helps to create an online presence. Additionally, they have posted news updates such as this TV spot, this promotion for purchasing the film on Blu-ray, and these posts of extra trailers and clips. Lastly, even the Facebook page doesn't diverge from their poster designs. As for their cover photo, they use the image of the cabin as well as their tagline. All of these features combined help to give the film a brand identity and presence, increasing their following and widening their potential reach, as synergy ensures that the multiple interests of their audience are met. However, it should be noted films should be aware of the effects of oversaturation, which occurs when a marketing campaign is too extensive and prolonged, so the audiences are tired of hearing about the film before it's even been released. So that was the research I did into synergistic marketing campaigns in The Cabin in the Woods. I'll probably be coming across this sort of continuity when I do my own work, because we have to produce a magazine cover, a poster and a trailer. So I'll be using this sort of continuity across all of my designs, which will allow me to try and widen my potential reach.